Laila Ali went undefeated through 24 professional fights. She destroyed every opponent who stepped in the ring with her. Daughter of the greatest, she carried the Ali name with pride and power. But three fighters pushed her to the absolute edge, testing her legacy like never before. Let's reveal her toughest battles. Number 1. Kendra Lenhardt, October 20th, 2000. The Palace of Auburn Hills, Michigan. Laila Ali faced Kendra Lenhardt in what would become the toughest physical test of her young career. Ali was undefeated at 7-0, knocking out almost everyone in her path. But Lenhardt was different. She was bigger, stronger, and came to fight. Years later, Laila herself admitted the truth. Going up against Kendra Lenhardt was one of my toughest fights. It was toward the beginning of my career, and in retrospect, I would have benefited from more experience. Until that night, Ali dominated every opponent with power and athleticism. She believed she was the biggest, strongest fighter in women's boxing. Then she met Lenhardt, 6 feet 1 inches tall with a reach to match. The size advantage shocked Ali immediately. From the opening bell, both women went toe-to-toe, trading brutal punches. Ali tried to box technically, using her speed and movement. But Lenhardt came forward relentlessly, throwing haymakers, looking to land one devastating shot. The crowd roared as both fighters refused to back down. By the second round, exhaustion started setting in. Neither woman had experienced this level of intensity before. They kept throwing punches, digging deep, showing incredible heart. Ali landed clean combinations, but Lenhardt absorbed everything and fired back with power shots that rocked Ali's head. Then it happened. Lenhardt landed a massive punch that sent Ali staggering. Stars exploded in her vision. Her legs wobbled. For the first time in her career, Laila Ali felt real pain, real danger. The possibility of defeat became terrifyingly real. That was the first time any opponent had physically hurt me, Ali later confessed. I remember getting rocked and seeing stars. It was a real gut check. But Ali didn't quit. She steadied herself, adjusted her strategy, and fought back. She boxed smarter in the later rounds, using her jab, creating distance, and landing clean shots while avoiding Lenhardt's power punches. By the sixth and final round, both fighters were exhausted but still battling. When the judges' scorecards were read, Ali won by unanimous decision, 58-56, 58-56, and 60-54. She improved her record to 8-0 with 7 knockouts. But this victory felt different. She didn't dominate. She survived. I won the fight, but it opened my eyes to the possibility of what could happen, Ali said. I realized that I could not win on talent alone. That night changed everything for Laila Ali. She learned that being Muhammad Ali's daughter meant nothing inside that ring. She learned that power and athleticism weren't enough against a determined opponent. She learned what every great fighter must learn: how to dig deep when hurt, how to persevere when exhausted, how to win when losing feels inevitable. Kendra Lenhardt gave Laila Ali the toughest physical test of her career and taught her the most valuable lesson a fighter can learn. Number 2. Jackie Frazier-Lyde, June 8, 2001. Turning Stone Resort and Casino, Verona, New York. Laila Ali faced Jackie Frazier-Lyde in the fight the boxing world demanded. Ali versus Frazier. Not their fathers this time. The daughters, Ali/Frazier IV. History repeating itself 30 years later. The pre-fight hype was massive. This became the first pay-per-view main event between two women in boxing history. Over 7,000 fans packed the arena. Media credentials numbered over 300. The pressure on both fighters was enormous. Frazier-Lyde was 39 years old, a mother of 3, and a practicing lawyer who started boxing specifically to fight Laila Ali. She had only 7 professional fights with 15 total rounds against inferior opponents. Nobody expected her to compete, but she carried the Frazier name, and that name meant warrior. Ali was 23 years old, undefeated at 9-0, and heavily favored. But she admitted later that she underestimated Frazier-Lyde. I did not take her seriously, but I was just like, I cannot wait to just get her out of my way, dust her off, and go for these championship titles. That attitude almost cost her the fight. From the opening bell, Frazier-Lyde stormed forward exactly like her father Joe Frazier did against Muhammad Ali. She pressured Ali constantly, throwing looping left hooks, absorbing punches to land her own shots. The crowd erupted. This wasn't supposed to be competitive. Ali abandoned her game plan immediately. Instead of boxing and moving, she stood and traded punches with Frazier-Lyde. Round after round, they battled toe-to-toe in the center of the ring. The first round ended with both women slamming each other while standing face-to-face. The crowd's roar was deafening. In the third round, Ali landed 2 hard lefts that stunned Frazier-Lyde and knocked out her mouthpiece. She finished the round with a 6-punch combination that staggered Frazier-Lyde badly. But Frazier-Lyde never quit. She kept coming forward, kept throwing punches, kept fighting. After 8 brutal rounds, the judges' scorecards were read. One judge scored it even at 76-76. The other 2 scored it for Ali, 79-73 and 77-75. Majority decision for Laila Ali. She improved to 10-0. But Ali left that ring with a fractured left collarbone and a bloodied nose. Frazier-Lyde left with a swollen eye. Both women had given everything they had. Ali later admitted her frustration. I know he's going to be like, that Laila, she did everything I told her not to do. I really didn't know what she could take or what to expect. I know I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. On the television show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Ali was asked about the fight. She smiled and said, "It was great. I really enjoyed whooping her butt." But privately, Ali knew the truth. Jackie Frazier-Lyde pushed her harder than she expected, exposed her weaknesses, and proved that the Ali name alone couldn't win fights. Heart, discipline, and respect for every opponent mattered more than legacy. Number 3. Christy Martin, August 23, 2003. Mississippi Coast Coliseum, Biloxi. Laila Ali faced her original inspiration, the woman who made her want to box. Christy Martin, the coal miner's daughter, the most successful and prominent female boxer in United States history, the woman who legitimized women's boxing. When Laila was 18 years old, she watched Christy Martin fight and decided she wanted to become a professional boxer. Martin was her hero, her role model, the reason she entered the sport. Now, 4 years and 15 fights later, they stood across the ring from each other. Martin came into the fight as a legend, but past her prime. Ali was 25 years old, undefeated at 15-0 with 13 knockouts, holding the IBA super middleweight title. The fight was scheduled for 10 rounds. It didn't last that long. From the opening bell, Ali came forward with devastating power. She hammered Martin with combinations, backing her against the ropes, landing clean shots to the head and body. Martin tried to fight back, tried to use her experience and ring IQ. But Ali's youth and power were overwhelming. Round after round, Ali dominated. She pounded Martin in the first, second, and third rounds, controlling the distance, landing punches at will. Martin's face showed the damage. Her movement slowed. The crowd sensed what was coming. In the fourth round, 48 seconds in, Ali unleashed a combination that sent Martin crashing to the canvas. Martin tried to get up but couldn't beat the count. The referee waved it off. Technical knockout. Laila Ali defeated Christy Martin by knockout in 4 rounds. After the fight, Muhammad Ali entered the ring to congratulate his daughter. The image of father and daughter together, both champions, both carrying the Ali name, became iconic. Laila had defeated her inspiration, her hero, the woman who started it all. But this victory carried emotional weight unlike any other. Martin wasn't just another opponent. She was the reason Laila Ali became a boxer. Beating her felt bittersweet. necessary for Ali's career, but painful because of what Martin represented. Honestly, I was just looking to getting this match over with, Ali later admitted. At the time, she wasn't someone I really wanted to fight. The fight proved Laila Ali had surpassed her idol. She had become the face of women's boxing, the biggest star, the most dominant champion. Martin's era was ending. Ali's era was beginning. That night in Biloxi, Laila Ali didn't just defeat Christy Martin. She inherited the throne. She became the standard by which all female boxers would be measured, and she proved that even heroes can be surpassed by those they inspire. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Laila Ali's toughest battles, smash that like button and subscribe for more untold boxing stories. Drop a comment telling us which fight shocked you the most. We've got more legends coming your way, so don't miss out. Thanks for watching.